Welcome back to the MBH podcast, Money Buys Happiness, Season 4. Before we get into the episode, I want to say thank you guys for showing us love on YouTube. 670 subs. We're fucking growing. Keep clicking the thing. Don't just watch the fucking video. Subscribe, bro.
Comment something,
Comment,
like
show us
it,
love, like the bro.
Share it to your friends, to your mom, whatever you want, bro.
You know the fucking vibes, right? Listen, we got a fucking legend in the building today, Danny Fernandes. What's up, bro?
What's going on,
my
guys?
guy?
How are you, bro?
What's happening?
Yo,
this guy's
man.
wearing a neighborhood cap right now.
Oh, thank you.
Those who are listening right now, he's got the cap on.
Yeah.
I want that T-shirt.
No, we got you. You take it, bro. Take it if you want, man.
Take
Take it if you want, bro. No, we're excited to have you, man. It's listen, like, bro. I mean, if you're from Toronto, you know Danny Fernandes. You've done a lot of big shit in the city. You put the city on in a big way. But before I just fucking blow you up too much, for anyone who doesn't know you, who are you? What do you do? And the whole background story. How'd you get into music? What, give us a rundown on that.
I am a pop singer, and I'm also a father, and background on music. Well, so funny how it happened. I never really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like something like it was a trial.
Okay.
Recorded a bunch of songs with a friend of mine, and then one day, remember MySpace when MySpace was popular?
Yeah.
Of course.
So I got a message on MySpace from a German club promoter saying, "Hey, Danny," in like his German language.
Of course.
And he's like, "Your song Curious has been #1 for like 8 weeks here." And I'm like, "You gotta be shitting me."
Come on.
I swear to God. I'm like,
That's
"How did you
crazy.
even get it?" He goes, "I don't know." But he's like, "They're selling it on a vinyl and
God.
DJs are buying it
Oh my God.
and the people here love it.
Okay.
And we would like to bring you here for like a tour for like 40 shows." So I'm like,
Yeah.
someone's fucking with me. Someone's pulling my leg or some shit. Like one of my friends is being stupid. So I got my guy to message the guy and say like, "What's really happening here?" And the guy's like, "No, he's serious." So
Fuck.
yeah. So
Okay.
I go to my parents. I'm like, "Mom, I think I'm gonna go to Germany." She's like, "Fuck no, you're not going anywhere." I'm like 17 years old.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
So I didn't listen. Obviously, I'm the Italian. We were
There
talking
you
about
go.
it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And I just fucking next day I packed my bags and I was gone.
Fuck.
And then
Right
that's
on.
it. I was finished.
Yeah.
And then I got there and it was just like, it was like very surreal because I never did a show other than dancing for other people. Like I was a dancer first. And it was insane. The minute they heard that fucking record drop, bro, the whole club was just like, whoa.
They were selling vinyls of
Yeah,
your
like a white
record.
label. That's
Yeah.
what they call it, like a white
Is
label.
that
Okay.
even allowed, bro?
And then it was the shittiest version of the song you could possibly imagine.
You
bro.
probably had to
It was-
tune it up or some shit.
No, not even. It was just like the first cut I ever did. Like,
However they found it.
and
Yeah.
I wasn't
LimeWire.
very, and I wasn't very good when I started. Like I was shit. And then, I did that like fucking 4 times that year.
Wow.
Holy
But
shit.
this is like in 2000 fucking.
You were 17, you're saying?
Yeah.
You were going back and forth to Germany.
And home, yeah. Germany
So
home,
so
Germany.
before that, you're
crazy.
dancing, right?
Yeah.
You Raptors dance pack?
Dance pack. I danced for my brother.
That's amazing.
I did Aaron Carter.
All right,
That's
on.
so
Okay.
sick.
I toured with him for like a couple months in the States.
That's amazing.
That was my life, bro. I went to school and I went to dance. Went to school, went to dance.
So how did the dance turn into music?
You just
Because
give it
I
a
was
go.
always behind the
you were
people
always
that were
behind
doing
them,
the
right?
front shit.
Were
I'm
you
like,
always just like, yo, I can maybe do something
yeah,
like
I'm
this?
like,
or-
fuck, I could do that shit.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I
Yeah.
not doing that shit, Even though
Okay.
I knew I wasn't that good at it, but then as the years progressed, I got better. And then,
So you're taking off. You're 17 years old.
Yeah, but taking off there. Like,
There.
no one knew I was
But
here.
was that like kind of transferring over here at all?
No.
No, eh?
No.
So when did you start to see maybe like, the exposure here kind of raise?
Well, I felt because I was such a huge success there that I can probably do like in my own country where I'm
yeah,
from.
of course.
I thought, maybe I'll give it a shot. I walked into record labels here and they're like, nah, we're not looking for this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. But while I was there, I met with, because they were, CP was touring with Masari.
Okay.
So I had a meeting with Sal and the guys from CP
Okay.
and they declined me respectfully.
CP?
They said, yeah, CP.
So CP right now, for anyone who's listening, is
There's no more longer CP.
yeah, it's like XO now,
Yeah,
right?
but they have CP management. That's it. Now it's XO.
Yes. Okay.
So I sat in a hotel room with them and they're like, you know what? We have Belly, we have Masari. We don't have time. We would love to, but we don't have time for you.
Cool. Okay. So it's like a
And I was
respectful
like,
thing.
yeah,
and
it
it
was
was
very
like,
respectful. So I was like, okay, you know what? That's cool. And then down the road,
Yeah.
They signed up.
I put the song out independently, Curious. I had
Okay.
Joel Santana on it.
yes,
Yeah, which was
huge,
massive, which was
huge.
Massive. Like
Yeah.
no one in that time and
Yeah.
in this country did something like
How did
that.
you?
Yeah.
How did that come
It
to
was
be?
like through a mutual friend who knew him.
Cool.
He wanted like 10 G's for the record. I gave him 10 G's for the record.
Yeah, fuck
he
it,
sent
yeah.
me a verse, so I gave him half the money first.
Yeah.
He sent me the verse, and then I'm thinking in my head like, "Fuck, this is fucking nuts."
Yeah.
And
This
at
is
that
fire,
time,
yeah,
he
yeah.
had Chris Brown run it. He had the fucking
Yeah,
whistle song.
massive
yeah,
tracks,
he was huge.
yeah.
At that point, he was huge.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to do this shit. So I did it. I got the song mixed and mastered, and then I put it to radio. Myself, I walked into the radio stations myself and said, "Hey, can you play this? Can you play this? Can you play this?"
That's what I was gonna say. When you say put it to radio, how did it like?
But at the time, it's not like it is now.
That's what I'm
You got
saying.
to pay a promoter. You got to do this. You got to do. But I knew from networking with my brother, dancing for my brother, and I knew in my head I had a plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna meet these guys, and one day I'm gonna need them.
Cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
So I went into the radio stations. I said, "Can you play the song? What is it? Me and Jules Santana? No fucking way." I'm like, "Yeah, fucking way."
Yeah.
Do you have the rights to play the song? Here it is. You know what I mean? And then they ended up playing it just in Toronto.
Okay.
Okay. So a month goes by. I get a call from Manny from CP.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, bro." I'm like, "What's up, man?" He goes, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I have no idea." Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, "I'm just at home."
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah.
He goes, "No, what's happening with your song?" I'm like, "I don't know." He goes, "You're top 20 CHR in Canada."
Wow.
Let's go.
I go, "In Canada?" I'm like, "Bro, I just fucking put the song on in Toronto. I don't even know anything else about it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's come in for a talk. Let's talk." He's like, "Can you drive to Ottawa right now?" I'm like, "Right now." Like the second he's like, "Yeah, pack a bag, fucking drive to Ottawa."
Yeah.
I drive to Ottawa. I walk in Belly's house, and then they're sitting in Sal's, the president of the company, sitting in his office, and they're like, "We're gonna fly you to New York to shoot the video with Joel Santana." Bro, just like that.
Yeah, I was like,
just
okay,
like that. I'm
all
like,
right.
okay, fuck. He's like, "Go back home." I'm like, "Fuck, I just got here."
Yeah,
What do you mean, go back
yeah.
home?
Pack the bag, bro.
So I go back home. I pack a bag and I drive to New York.
Cool.
With a couple friends. I shoot the video with Joel Santana. After the video's done, I go back to the hotel room and they're sitting at a table and he goes like this, slides a fucking book of papers like this. Bro, I didn't even read it. I said, "Where's the pen?" That was it.
Let's go. Yeah,
Done.
yeah.
I signed a deal and after that it was like bang, 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 bang. I moved to Belly's house for like a year, recorded my first album, and that was it.
After
And then
you-
well, they said you're
Yeah.
gonna live with Belly in Belly's house, and I go, "Belly, like the rapper, like on TV where I see, like
Yeah,
you know,
that
like
guy?
that guy that looks
Yeah.
fucking intimidating as shit."
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah." Bro, I moved in. He was the nicest person and the most
Amazing.
welcoming person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
became like fucking best friends.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, even your experience with working with those guys, like they're top dogs in the fucking industry, bro. Like, even at Jules at that point.
Yeah.
Like, what? How old are you when you're filming a video with Jules?
I was 21 years old. No, yeah, I saw my deal when I was
bro.
21.
That's crazy.
That's what I was gonna
bro.
say. And like, so you actually, like, essentially, you going to New York. That was you meeting him.
Bro, I was scared as shit.
Yeah. That's
This
what
is
I
I was
fucking
gonna
Joel
say,
Santana.
when you-
I
How
didn't
was he
say
though,
a
like-
word.
Yeah.
I said, "What's up? Hey, bro, thank you
No,
for
you
doing
talk.
this shit."
No, you talk.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm Danny, the guy you did the record for. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
His whole team was cool.
So you get signed by CP, and then you're going on tour after that, right?
Yeah, my first tour was Girlicious.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
And then I ended
shit.
up dating Nicole.
Come on.
Stop
I
this.
swear to God.
She's a
Come on.
rocket.
Yeah, she was. I don't know what she looks like
I haven't seen
now.
her in a minute, but yo, that's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up, like,
And you tour with some pretty big
that's-
people.
Yeah, Akon, Shawn
Akon.
Kingston, Flo
Yeah.
Rida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
What was that like at such a young age? Like, just like, and I feel like it kind of happened pretty quickly. Like, it
happened
wasn't like.
it happened like I fell asleep and I woke up and it was happening.
damn.
Yeah.
It was like unbelievable, bro. You're standing on stage in a stadium with like 20,000 people,
That's insane.
but the best part is they all know you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though I know they're not there for me, they still knew who I was.
100%. 100%.
And like they were singing my songs and shit. Like that was just fucking like that's what gives me that. Like if you go to a show and you're singing a song and no one's doing shit,
Yeah.
you don't want to do that show.
yeah.
You got no fucking
Exactly.
choice. You got to do that show. But when they're like, the minute you hear screaming, bro, that's it. The game changes. Like, okay, this is it's going down right now, and I'm gonna do the best fucking thing I can possibly do right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
How was performing for you? Did you enjoy it?
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, because I guess you were essentially before like a dancer
You were already
behind
performing.
those
Yeah,
guys, so
yeah.
you kind of already had a little bit of
No,
that.
I
like,
knew the stage. Like the stage was a home to me,
Yes.
but now it was in a different level.
Yeah,
You know,
you were at
like
the
now
front
everyone's looking at me. Before they weren't. They were like looking, okay, he's a good dancer, you know. But then now they're like full attention's on me.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole different fucking game.
And now, how does that like? So you get signed, you're doing these tours, like okay, Akon, Shawn Kingston. Again, in the moment, these are some of the biggest people, you know, in terms of music on the planet.
Still to
right?
this day.
Yeah.
How does that? Well, it's still 100% legends. How does that now translate to like your life in Toronto? Like you come back home, people acting different. People are like, yo, like,
big time. Like you go to a mall, people are fucking losing their shit. I'm
Yeah.
just like, you guys need to fucking chill. You know what I mean?
Like, yo, just dancing,
take
bro.
it
No,
easy,
no,
bro.
no,
Like,
singing.
you don't start screaming and shit. Like,
Did that affect you at a young age to have that kind of fame?
No, to be honest, I never let it get to me. Like
Okay.
I didn't do what I did so I can have that
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
I did it because that's what I love to do.
yeah, you were
Yeah.
enjoying
But
it.
I couldn't control what came with it.
Yeah.
You
For
get what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
So
sure.
I took it as it never happened. But the thing is with me, acted like a superstar before I was a superstar.
Yeah.
That was the mentality I
Yes.
had. Like knowing that I was going to be a fucking superstar.
Yeah.
So I acted like one.
Well, even just hearing about how you were doing it, like, bro, I'm going to the radio station telling them what's good.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm
Yeah.
doing. Let's talk about the grind a bit in that industry at that time, because compared to now, I think a lot of people have it easier now if they're
Way
doing
easier.
the right things,
Way
right?
easier.
But maybe talk about the grind and how maybe it's different than today and what you're seeing.
Well, back then people were buying records.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they weren't fucking going. They were either buying them or going on fucking Napster or
Yeah,
LimeWire
LimeWire.
and downloading them. But I'm saying like, I sold records, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
physical fucking records.
Yeah.
Like you don't do that shit these days.
No.
Like Drake's selling. No, I love Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
He used to come and hang out at my video shoots before he was Drake.
That's
Fantasy, bro. He
crazy.
was there.
Stop
I
this.
swear to God.
That's crazy.
And I see him all the time. He's the only one that shows me like love. Like if he sees me, he'll go out of his way to say what's up
Yeah,
to me.
I feel like
Yeah.
he has a lot of respect for
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who did their thing.
Yeah, and I was saying like he sells records, but he sells like digital ones.
Of course.
Streams,
Of
yeah.
But he's
course.
like, fucking selling a shit ton of records.
For sure.
But I'm
for
saying
sure.
like it wasn't like that before.
Different
There was
game.
iTunes. There was
Yeah.
no Apple Music. There was no Spotify. It was just
Yeah.
like you're buying that shit for 99 cents. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it was a lot harder than it is now. There was no TikTok. There was no Instagram.
Nothing. So how would you promote yourself? How would you try and promote yourself at that
Well,
time?
the record label was.
Just a record label, yeah.
Commercials on TV.
Yeah.
Bro, I was doing like fucking ads for Athletes World. Remember
Wow.
Athletes World,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
I was
Oh
like
my
a poster boy for
God,
Athletes World, bro. I was in
legendary.
the mall, like fucking on their windows, bro.
Very Air Forces
Yeah,
and
bro.
shit. Yeah.
Like that's how we did it.
Yeah.
There was no other way to
I
do
feel it
it.
was
That's
more
crazy.
like ear to the streets, like stuff like just making
Yeah.
sure like certain clubs are playing your shit.
Yeah, and like radio
DJs.
stations would play like commercials and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's what,
So now knowing that, and now you see what's happening in nowadays with TikTok and just the online world, everyone's selling digital. How do you think that you could adapt or you will adapt to this? Or if you won't adapt?
I still haven't adapted.
Yeah.
TikTok's been out for so long, bro. I
Yeah.
don't even have TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't have the knowledge. But I see people do crazy shit on there, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're doing edits like boom, boom, boom. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you sat there for like 7 hours to make
Yeah,
that
to
fucking
make that
video.
100%,
I don't
yeah.
have 7 hours to sit there
Yeah.
and make videos like that.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I got
So
a fucking life.
But you're putting in work in the studio.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. So let's throughout the pandemic, for example, how did you take the pandemic when it first hit as an artist, as a creator, and then how did you kind of say, okay, you know what, I'm still gonna make this work somehow. I still gotta put in work no matter what.
Well, it's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I know how to do, bro. I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school. I dropped out in grade 9. I was out. See you later. Fuck that shit.
I wish I did that.
Yo, same, bro. Same,
I wish
bro.
I did. I only did high school, but I wish I did that.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like I don't know how to do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't go fucking wake up in 6 in the morning and do construction. Like that's not like these hands, bro.
Yeah.
They're not made for that shit. They're not made for that. I cannot do that. I don't know how to do
The
that.
first step is accepting, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it ever came down to it where I needed to accept something like that,
course.
I would accept it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of
Because
life.
that's just
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I don't have to and I can try my hardest to get back to where I was, then
Yeah.
100% I'll do it.
Yeah, of course.
And you know what? I feel like even like with guys like Drake, The Weeknd and stuff, they put the city like back on the map. Like we were even saying like when your brother was here, like guys like you, your brother, Carl, Masari, like
Yeah.
those were like the first names
Before
coming out of
all
Toronto.
that shit.
Before
That's
all
what
that,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
And like who gave the platform to guys like Drake and The Weeknd and whatnot and Bieber, like. You guys really built like I feel like the foundation of what like
Bro, you wanna
Toronto
hear
has
a funny
become.
story about Shawn Mendes?
Yeah,
So-
Shawn Mendes, another one. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so in 2013, he sent me a tweet saying, "Hey, bro, can you follow me? I'm a huge fan."
Wow.
And I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then recently, like 2 years ago, I got a retweet of that. I'm like, I already follow you, bro.
Yeah.
And then it was
Yeah.
someone else
Just
that
like a
retweeted
fan,
from
yeah.
2013. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's crazy.
I wish I would have known that. Like,
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
fucking followed you, like, and liked the fucking
Yeah,
1,000
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And
Like-
he's one of them who blew up
Yeah.
like shortly
but
after.
you know what?
right?
He's very talented.
He's very
And he's
talented.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Super. Yeah.
Oh, he's
let's go.
Portuguese. Yeah, he is
For the
Portuguese.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah, for the boys.
Is he
But-
from Toronto?
Yeah, he's from Pickering.
Pickering.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He,
Well, he's killing it too, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, but
And he's dating Camila Cabello.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know which one's
Huge.
better. Yeah. Killing it or dating her, bro.
No, but again, I think it really comes down, and I truly think a lot of these artists that are on the world stage today that come from Canada, Toronto specifically, are starting to show more homage back to the guys like you who put the city, in my opinion, put the city on the map. Like
Yeah.
you guys were doing shit for the city that like from an entertainment standpoint at that time who like no one was.
Yeah.
Or I feel like even no one really had like the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you, young Portuguese kid, like coming up, like yeah, going to radio stations, doing this shit, like putting yourself out there. Like at that moment, in that specific period of time, like people were just like, yeah, Toronto, there's no chance. Like I wonder how many talented artists were in the city who just didn't even think of be like, it's not even worth it for me to try.
It was a different time, and I think that like a lot of people now they want to almost become an artist or have that one track that pops off for the clout. They're not doing it because of passion, you know, like
that too, yeah.
And there's a difference. And when I look at guys like you and your brother and Carl, I'm like, yo, these guys had the passion to do what they did, and I know that because it was a grind at that time.
Exactly.
And you're not doing that for
is
quick
my
clout.
whole life, bro.
That's what I'm
From
saying,
a
right?
kid.
Yeah.
I was
So I'm
dancing at 7 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And I was Britney Spears, fucking Backstreet Boys. And I'm a huge NSYNC fan, bro. I fucking love
I fuck
NSYNC.
with them. Like,
Justin Timberlake is like my idol, bro.
Yeah.
I went to his concert when he was here, bro. I swear to God, he was standing where you are right now.
That's
in this
crazy.
room. I was ready to jump on stage, bro. Give him a
Just
hug.
fucking
I'd get kicked out for that shit, bro. I'd be like, yo, fuck, bro. I love you, bro. Just give me a fuck. I was fangirling.
And that's the thing, right? Like I hear these stories and I'm like, yo, there was passion behind it, right?
Yeah.
Because you needed the passion. It wasn't like, yo, I'm gonna do this and get clout and like do the next thing. It's like that's how it is nowadays. Which I'm not gonna hate on it, whatever. But people are doing it for different reasons, I think, right? But yo, you guys put a lot of people on indirectly without them knowing. It's not like you called Shawn Mendes be like, yo, I'm the guy and I'm going to put you on. It was indirectly where it happened, right?
Well, you're also looking, and he's probably looking saying, yo, young Portuguese kid from the city.
I can do this
that
too.
could be me one day, right? Which
he
then
got YouTube famous.
Yeah,
first.
that's what I'm saying. Just doing covers. I think he was just doing covers with a guitar.
Yeah.
So it was just like, but you know, exactly. He's looking at guys like you and saying, yo, that could be me one day.
Yeah.
You know, it made it real for a lot of younger artists who eventually came up, right? But aside from that for a second, I have a question just more on like the tour life and the shows that you've done. I'm curious, like, what was your best show, best city to perform in? Was there a favorite? Was there a best tour? Like, I know, again, we said Akon, Shawn Kingston, some like big people. Like, was there anything where you're like, yo, this really stood out?
What, bro? I did a Headley tour.
Yeah.
In 2013.
Okay.
They were popping, bro.
Yeah.
It had the most people out of all those tours.
Come on.
Where's
But
Toronto?
but the best part is I was already established so much that every song I did, everybody knew.
They knew.
It was just bangers,
People
all your
singing
bangers.
the
So it
stuff
was
words
so
back.
fucking loud, bro.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even want to sing. I wanted everyone else to sing.
Yeah, just hold the mic out.
Yeah, it was fucking incredible. And I did 42 dates with them across Canada.
Wow.
Every day there was a fucking
Holy
show.
shit.
Fuck,
Yeah, bro. It was
Is there a
tight.
best city? I mean, outside of Toronto,
Vancouver,
obviously.
probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right on. It's probably, I mean, it's kind of like, it's sort of like a,
Vancouver, Montreal's good.
yeah. They're the bigger cities, I
But
guess.
Montreal never really showed me love from the beginning, and I just didn't understand why. Maybe because I'm not French. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they like
But
French
they were like
people.
very tough.
They're their own, like, I feel like they're almost like, they're like Quebec's own like country.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to
Like,
like really
You gotta like
break
really
it.
prove it to them
Yeah,
for
I
them
was
to
just like,
accept
yo, what
you.
the fuck else do I have to do, man?
I'm here, my music's up there.
Listen, I put the questions out yesterday too. I got a lot about your personal life, right? About what you've been through, how you got out of it, your obstacles. Now, obviously, it's personal.
Yeah.
But I want to know about what happened on a personal level, right? Throughout your time as an artist, that maybe people can learn from.
To be honest, bro, nothing happened while I was an artist. It happened all after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I went through a fucking bad breakup,
Okay.
and like I was like fucking devastated.
Yeah.
And so I had my teeth done,
Okay.
like they're veneers, like they're fake.
Beauty.
And then the dentist gave me a prescription for Percocets.
Okay.
Like 120 of them. Like who the fuck needs to take 120 Percocets?
I was gonna say call me.
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
I'll-
lot.
But I'm saying like I didn't even take them.
Yeah.
So I had them in my cupboard, in my vanity in my bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I was living on Manitoba.
Okay.
Like we were talking
Beauty.
about.
Yeah.
I was living with my fiance at the time, and it just went bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell the whole story.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I don't want to
bad
shit on
relationship,
anybody.
yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up moving out, and I packing up my stuff, and I took them with me.
Okay.
And then I moved into a new place, and I took it out of the thing, and I looked at it, I'm like, let me see what the fuck this is.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I mean?
course.
So popped one, bro.
Man was curious, no?
Let me tell you, it was the best feeling I ever felt in the world.
Yeah.
Like I've never felt anything like that.
Do you think that you felt that because of maybe like, were you stressed out as an artist at all? Or were you like
No.
overwhelmed at all?
You're saying strictly
No.
just relationship.
Strictly
and
just
Yeah,
bro,
wow.
and it made me feel like nothing fucking mattered.
Yeah.
Like I didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
But it was just one. I just took one.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and then the next day I took another one.
Yeah.
And then it started progressing, and then it started not doing anything. So
Yeah.
then 2.
Yeah.
And then from 2 fucking to 4.
And then you run out, and
by
it's-
the time and then I got sick when it
Okay.
was done.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
But I went to the doctor. The doctor's like, were you taking something?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. What were you taking? Percocets. He goes, well, there it is.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going through withdrawals.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't give you any more. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm messaging everybody, yo, we have perks,
Yeah,
perks,
yeah,
perks.
yeah. Of
And
course.
then eventually I started buying them from the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, at this point I was doing like 60 a day.
Holy
I swear
Christ,
to God
bro.
on my children.
How are you still alive,
Blessings. I was just gonna say,
Bro.
blessings. You're here right now. So
Holy.
And then someone said to me, he's like, why are you doing this? Why don't you just do like 80 milligram oxys and just crush them and snort them? I'm like, I don't like to stick shit in my nose.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
If it comes to it.
I'll do it. I mean, if it's going to be fucking better.
Yeah, yeah.
So then it came to that. And then 80 milligrams crushing, snorting.
Yeah.
And again, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. By the time I was doing 7 a day, bro.
Wow. And at this point in your life, you're not making music right
No.
now. No.
No.
Okay.
And then in 2016, I overdosed.
Okay.
But I didn't overdose on the oxy. I overdosed on coke that had fentanyl inside,
Wow.
Jeez.
which I wasn't aware of.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. You never
So-
know. Yeah.
I don't even know how it happened.
Yeah.
I was with the mother of my children, and she was pregnant,
Okay.
and she found me in the condo like fucking dead.
Wow.
Like the paramedics came, said he's dead.
Stop.
Swear to God, bro.
Come
She's like, he's
on.
not dead. Take him to the hospital. I went to the hospital, bro. I was in a coma for a fucking week.
Oh my God.
I woke up. My family's there. I'm
Yeah.
confused as shit, bro. I lost like 80% of my memory.
From
And-
before?
No, from the overdose.
From
Because
that-
I had
from-
an intoxic brain injury. So
Holy shit.
I woke up confused as shit, not knowing where the fuck I was, what was happening. And then I had the doctor come over me and say, you know what? You're very lucky because people don't come out of shit like this.
Yeah.
She didn't say shit, but she
Yeah.
said people don't come out of things like this.
That's what
And she's
it-
like, but you're never going to be able to do what you did ever again.
Yeah.
Like-
or else you
like-
won't come out of it.
No, not that.
Yeah.
Music.
Oh.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, you're never
okay.
going to be able to do what you do ever again.
And that one
And
hit
I'm like,
you.
who the
That,
fuck are you?
Yeah.
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 Excuse my language.
Yeah.
To tell
Yeah.
me I'm not going to be able to do it. So again, I was in a hospital for almost 8 months, bro.
oh my God.
I did 2 months in one hospital, 2 months in another hospital, and then I did like 3 months in Toronto rehab. So I couldn't walk, bro. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I was like a baby.
Oh, you lost everything.
Everything.
Holy fuck.
I was like being born again. It was fucked.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even shower myself, bro. I was so like
And, like,
upset with
At
what
wh-
I've
at
done.
what age is this?
2016, I
Yeah.
was
2016,
30.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So at 30, you lose memory,
Yeah,
your ability
everything.
to walk, talk.
I
Like,
couldn't do anything. I couldn't even feed
Wow.
myself, bro. I had like a problem, like tendon, because I was on my shoulder when they found me.
yeah.
I couldn't even like lift my arm. I couldn't put it behind my back. It was fucked.
Holy shit.
So I did a rehab to like learn how to like
Yeah.
my speech and my grammar and like
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
bro.
get it
was
all
fucking
back.
brutal.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
ba-
yeah.
I couldn't even stand up.
Wow.
In the hospital, shitting my pants, bro. It was fucking embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
If you
bro.
can,
Holy-
if you can go back in time and like have a different mindset or tell yourself something,
don't
would
do
you
drugs. For
Don't do
sure.
drugs.
I mean, I don't regret it
Of course.
because and this is gonna sound fucking crazy,
Yeah.
but it was a time in my life.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 But I was very like, I wasn't going out and doing it. I was
Yeah.
by myself at home
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like I was just like with myself. I wasn't like going out like, hey, you guys want to do drugs? Or
Of course.
I was
No,
just doing it on my own.
Yeah.
So I didn't affect. But then I lost friends
Of course.
Yeah.
because they didn't know how to help me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they just distanced themselves from me.
Yeah.
Which hurt me.
Of course.
But I understand why they did it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it didn't stop me.
Yeah.
It didn't scare me enough to stop. So I got out of the hospital and went right back at it.
Wow.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
bro. It did
Holy
not
shit.
fucking. But the mother of my children was pregnant at the time, and I knew I had a kid coming. But like it's so powerful that you can't. It's more powerful than you. More powerful than you.
Yeah.
It's more powerful than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
I just liked it that much that I didn't want to stop.
Nothing would have stopped you.
No,
yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You'd have to kill me.
So then you go back at it.
Yeah,
And how long you going back at it for now?
fucking years.
Yeah, eh?
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, so what makes you stop again?
Or what?
No.
Yeah. What puts you into the situation?
Because
say
I don't
it.
have a fucking choice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or else
Fair.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is
And
it
I have children
Is
that
it
I don't-
another overdose? Like, what's the like? What gets you basically to be like, okay, now I really got
Someone in
because
your
like you're saying,
circle?
you're losing friends and stuff like that again, not because
The
they
friends
don't.
I don't really care about because if they wanted to help me, they
Yeah,
would.
yeah,
They
yeah.
would.
That's like you see the real
You know what?
people.
I'll help you.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, so you're losing a bunch of things, and obviously that's not really affecting you.
No.
To be like, oh, okay, this is fucked.
And they and at the end of the day, I felt like they were using me anyways.
yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
So-
So what is it? So is it another overdose? Like, what like walk us through that. So you go back, and what's that situation like now?
The situation is that I don't know how to get out.
Okay.
Because and the thing is, with an addict, which I'm gonna be for the rest of my life because it's a fucking disease.
Yeah.
If you don't want to stop, you're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Fair.
You have to want to stop,
Yeah.
or else you're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
And I found something that they don't have here in Canada, so I have to go to New Jersey and get it. It's like this pallet. They insert it into the back of your arm,
Okay.
and it releases this chemical that doesn't allow you to do the drug.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like $600 American, but
Okay.
it's
So when you
saved.
take it and you feel like you don't
You
need
don't take
anything.
it. They put it in your arm.
It's
Like they
injected.
cut your arm open and put the pill. It's like a little pill, and it's like a fucking, when you first get it, it's like a huge little fucking thing.
Lump,
Like
yeah.
it looks gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it dissolves.
Okay.
It lasts like 3 months or 6 months, and then when it goes away, you got to go back and get another one, or you're fucked.
So how do you find this?
I Google.
Okay, so I guess at this point now you're saying, okay, I gotta figure out a way out of this.
Yeah.
Like I gotta figure out
Yeah.
what the fuck's gonna get me out of
And I
this.
figured it out, and I got it, and it worked. If I do that drug, I'm dead.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say, because you're saying you go back to it, and I'm like, okay, so how the fuck are you sitting in front of us?
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like, okay, so you find this thing, New Jersey. I guess you're traveling back and forth every 3-6
And
months.
I just went in August.
Okay.
Okay. So I was taking Suboxone,
Okay.
which is an opiate replacement. So
Okay.
it doesn't give you the withdrawal symptoms.
Okay.
Yeah.
But people that are on that shit take that shit for the rest of their lives.
Like
And they're just
religiously,
addicted to
yeah.
that.
yeah. And it's another fucking drug.
Yeah.
So I'm
Essentially,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to do this shit anymore. So what I did was I've detoxed myself cold turkey from opiates.
Yeah.
I do not wish that feeling upon anyone.
Yeah, walk us through that, because I've watched a lot of stuff of people talking about their withdrawals from opioids, and it's like
Brutal.
great.
It's the worst.
That's so what I know, like all the cold sweats, whatever.
Cold sweats,
but
bro. That's nothing.
yeah,
That's
okay,
the easy
yeah.
part.
Tell me, walk me through, because I'm actually
So-
curious.
The minute you stop taking that shit, you get sick.
Yeah,
Like sick.
yeah,
Like you're fucking shitting your brains out. You're cold.
yeah,
You don't sleep. You don't sleep at all.
yeah.
Your legs are like restless. You get fucking like, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it to you.
Yeah, just like
Without feeling it.
Yeah,
You know?
oh, yeah.
It's just a bad situation, and I don't wish it upon anybody.
for sure.
But I did that like 7 times
Yeah,
because I wanted to stop. And the doctor tells you straight up, do not do that alone.
Yeah.
Like go to CAMH and I don't want to be around people when I'm doing that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
When
know?
you're in that state.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I gotta be
I'll
on my
fucking
own.
kill somebody.
Yeah,
Like, don't talk to me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I did that a few times, and then the last time I did it from Suboxone in August, it was worse
Really?
because I was on a high dosage. I was on like 24 milligrams, which is the highest dose you can take of that shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go to New Jersey, get that thing. So I went, I did the detox, bro. It lasted like 10 days. It never lasts that long. A detox from opiates is like 4 days and you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, it lasted 10 days. I didn't sleep for fucking 10 days.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. I got a letter from the doctor, and I drove to the border. I was with my partner, and then they're like, you can go, but she can't go.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, but he hasn't slept in 10 days. He needs me to drive with him.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't go. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to take her home, and I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
So I ended up, this is like 11 o'clock at night, bro. I drive her home. I come back. They're like, so our supervisor says that your trip isn't essential. I'm like, bro, listen to me. I've been doing this for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
You see that the only place I go when I come is that place.
Yeah. You guys can check the records. Yeah.
They didn't let me. They're like, here's a letter for the physician in Toronto that can give you a waiver to travel to the States for a medical appointment. I'm like, and it's $500.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Another franchise.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So I called
Of course.
every number on that. They're like, we're not taking anybody. It's COVID. It's COVID. It's COVID. Bro, I drove to Woodbridge.
Yeah.
And I knocked on the fucking doctor's door. I'm like, listen, bro, I need this paper signed, please.
Yes.
Here's your money. Just sign this fucking paper for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So he signs for me. I go back that night at 11 p.m. Bro, take in mind, I haven't slept in 10 days, bro. I probably had 3 hours of sleep in 10 days.
Yeah.
So I get there. I give them the paper. They let me through. Bro, it turns 4:30 in the morning. I fall asleep fucking driving.
No.
Smash the guardrail
Oh my god.
right off my car.
Yeah.
But it was drivable.
For sure.
So I drove to New Jersey. I call my girl. She's like, what happened? I'm like, I fucking destroyed the car. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. She's like, go to a hotel. I'm like, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I can't even go to a hotel and
Yeah.
sleep.
Send me the point.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the appointment, and I drove back. So I drove to the appointment and I drove back. The crazy part is the whole time I was driving, there was 18 wheelers here, there. But when that happened to me, there was nothing.
Wow.
I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't want to take me.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want me.
I'm
trying my
You
best.
had a chance again.
Yeah.
Why did you take me?
Yeah.
And then that's what happened, bro.
It wasn't
Fuck.
time, man.
Damn, bro.
And I guess that probably kind of makes you feel like, okay, I got time left here.
Yeah.
Like
he still
for a
wants me to be
purpose.
around.
Yeah. Like there's a reason I'm here, right? So
Do you think that way?
100%.
Yeah.
Bro, he could have took me right there, right then.
yeah.
Fuck,
It
man.
was like 4
Probably.
o'clock in the morning, bro. There's trucks everywhere.
I'm
I
happy
went
you're-
from
I'm
to
happy
hit the
you're here,
guardrail, bro. I ended up in the middle of the highway. I went.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, it was
fuck.
it was so scary, bro.
Holy
But you end,
sh-
okay, so you end up getting it and you came back.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And then what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you're here.
Yeah, it
So
sounds
I
like
know. I guess you've been doing this. Was it every 6 months? You say
every 3 months.
every 3 months.
Yeah.
Now you're good. Now they let you through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that paper. I have this fucking paper. And,
Nice.
and it was COVID too, so that's why they were being dickheads. And
Oh,
the
of course.
fucking U.S. customs border people, bro, they're such assholes, bro.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
They're like,
bro.
so like, what is your problem?
We were coming
Yeah.
back in here and they were trying to like fucking scold us, bro.
coming
Like,
back the
buddy.
Canadian border.
Yeah.
Really?
walking through. Yeah,
But
we
that was
went-
during COVID. We were coming from the bridge. That's why. So they're like, oh, these guys are trying to finesse and not fucking do no quarantine and shit.
I didn't have to quarantine. I'm double vaccinated.
which they were right. Yeah,
We're not. We're right. We're not.
yeah, they were right to be fair. But so okay, so now you're here. Now were you recently in rehab? I think that's what it was, right?
So
Okay. Because people asking,
Yeah.
people are
yeah,
asking.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
So I get a phone call from my brother,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen very often because we don't really talk. Okay.
Okay.
He calls me. He's like, "Hey, man." He's like, "I have to talk to you about something, but it's not music related."
Mhm.
Okay, what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
He goes, "I want to put you in a rehab."
Okay.
I'm like, "Okay, I've been to rehab twice." He's like, "No, you haven't." I'm like, "Bro, how does everyone else in my family know that I've been to rehab and you don't?"
And you don't.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, well, I want to put you in another one."
Mhm.
So my kids were gone. They were in Nova Scotia with the mom
Okay.
for like a month. I'm like, I'll go, but I'm not going until they get back because I'm not going to not see them for a month and then not see them for another fucking month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they came back and I went in.
Okay.
I learned nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It was gonna say what does it entail? Because I know
It
that
entails
obviously.
waking up at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, eating breakfast, going sitting in these fucking groups and listening to everybody talk about their fucking problems.
Yeah.
And like, listen, I have my own fucking problems. I don't need to listen to yours. I don't need to listen about the last time you
fine. I
fucking
would
did
be saying the
drugs.
same shit.
I don't need to listen about
That's you, bro.
like, I don't need to listen about the last time you did drugs. I'm in here so I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I stuck it out. I did the month, and then after that, I even went to a sober living house for a month.
Okay.
And what's that? You just living normal?
So
and,
honest to God, bro, I did it for one, my kids, and two, I did it for my brother
yeah.
Mhm.
because he was trying to help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good, bro.
Yeah.
Which is very
yeah,
good.
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm the one going through it, bro.
Yes.
Not him. He's at home on his
Yeah,
couch
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chilling, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
rehab
Yeah.
with
For
fucking
sure.
rules, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't oblige to rules well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking to the right
But
guy.
they're like, you can't have your phone. I'm like, bro, you fucking kidding me, bro? I got my phone. I finagled it.
Yeah.
I'm like, my phone is coming with me. I don't
Yeah.
take my fucking SIM card out. I use the Wi-Fi.
Of course.
What's I was gonna say? What's a sober living house like? What even
So
is that?
so what it is it's like a safe place. You have a fucking curfew. You can luckily if you're lucky and you're good, you can stay a night out or some shit.
Yeah.
So they drug test you.
Okay.
You go out during the day, you do whatever the fuck you want, but you have to be home at 5 o'clock for a group,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you come home, they drug test you. If you're good, you stay. If you don't, you're kicked out.
Yeah. And you feel like it did nothing for you?
I mean, it kept me sober.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the same time, so does this. So I could have just got out of rehab, went to get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that's actually that's actually something that I think a lot of people like I've been reading a lot about is people being like these old methods of like rehab and trying to get people off drugs or whatever they're addicted to. Like I don't know if it works. That's what I've been reading a lot of.
But like I
Well,
said,
yeah.
if you don't want to stop, you're not going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you
the
could put
first
me in
thing.
rehab, and the whole time I'm in rehab, all I'm thinking about is drugs.
Yeah.
The fuck's
Nothing
That's
changes.
actually making
yeah.
it
Nothing
worse.
changes.
Yeah.
It's truly like we always say, and this could be for anything. Like the answers are inside you.
Yeah.
You really like
Yeah.
you know.
I had a sponsor when I got out. Like you go through the big book,
Okay.
12 steps, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so this guy apparently, he's preaching about how he's been clean for this long, and then the guy fucking overdoses and dies.
Oh my god.
Come on, your sponsor?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like how's that supposed to make me feel?
yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's
yeah.
preaching to me about staying clean and
Yeah.
not doing drugs, and then he dies of an overdose. How
Yeah.
the
Wow.
fuck does that happen?
Yeah. Wow.
Bro, and
Holy
when I
shit.
left that rehab, I don't want to bash rehab because the rehab was good.
Yes. Like it did something
Like
for you.
they
you said.
ran it well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just didn't want to be there.
Fair.
Like all the people were there were well educated. They knew what they were talking about, and all the other patients they really wanted to do what they were
To be
doing.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I left, this person died, this person overdosed, this person overdosed. So it's like the success rate of rehab is lower than the fucking people dying.
Yeah. So you're saying like
the minute they got out, they went back to drugs and died.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking insane.
Then there's no point of it.
There was one kid in there. He was the nicest fucking kid you'll ever meet in your life. And he told me when he was in there, he's like, when I'm out of here, bro, I'm gonna go right back to that shit. I'm like, bro, then why are you here? He's like, because my parents made me.
Yeah, see, you don't really want to be there.
And a week later, he overdoses.
Jesus,
what a shame. But the kid was young as fuck. He was like 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yo, would you say there's like a better way to help some people? Like what kind of help would have you wanted at that time? You know, like even with saying,
if I talk to you about it, you're not gonna understand.
Yeah, but you know what? More for people who are listening, who might be able to understand to an extent or relate.
If
something.
There's an addict out there listening to this, get help. Because your life will end. Straight the fuck up. You'll die.
Fair. It's that serious. Yeah,
it's that serious. Like that shit is real, bro. Like people are dying every fucking day.
When you were going hard with the music and you were around these celebrities and shit, was drugs ever a topic?
No, but it was always there.
I
just didn't care for it. And I always told myself, I'm never going to snort something, or I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do this. I drank like a fucking fish. But I never wanted to do drugs.
Which is crazy because people, like, I'm sure people who have heard of your story even faintly probably thought like, oh, it started from his music career for sure. Whatever, like, oh, he's probably doing drugs in the tour bus, like,
no, nothing. Completely different. And the people I was around and associated with never were in that kind of shit.
Strictly
but then
business.
when I started doing it, and then I realized so many other fucking people were doing it.
That's
like,
usually how
you
it goes.
do that shit too? Like I would have never pictured you fucking doing that shit.
Sounds like maybe like it all came from the breakup, right? So that was probably the problem, right?
I don't fucking know.
Well, it's like you were doing great and you didn't feel like you needed to do the drugs. You were having a great career. You were around all these famous people. It was all there for you on a silver platter. I'm sure you didn't need it. But when you went through the rough time, it was there for you and it was kind of a distraction. So maybe that's probably... I mean, I've never had to deal with it. Maybe that's the advice that some people can be helped with. Like maybe fix the underlying problem. The drugs will just be just go away.
I could have handled it differently,
for sure.
But again, it was there.
But it's a slippery slope, bro. It's just that you make one wrong turn. You make one wrong turn.
But it was like not knowing that I was going to get addicted to it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
And the doctors don't tell you, hey, you take that, you're going to be fucked for the rest of your life.
Well, you have to remember that they're the ones fucking. They're like the salesmen of that shit. Like that shit's technically legal, right?
And it's like, and then they just stop it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Bro, I would have just started with some weed, no?
I don't like. We want to talk about the weed story?
Okay.
So I used to smoke a lot of fucking weed.
Okay.
I was obviously living with Belly, smoking a shit ton of weed. So one day I was doing the Z103 Summer Rush.
Oh, love it.
And Snoop was the headliner.
Wow.
Okay. So when I was living in LA, his DJ was like one of my good friends.
Okay.
So they were there. My show's finished. I'm off stage. I go back to where the buses are. And then his name is LT. He's like, yo, come meet Snoop. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, of course.
And then I get on the bus. Snoop's on the bus. He's like in Jordan shorts and like a wife beater. And he's like, like freestyling on a fucking Beats by Dre boombox.
Come on.
I swear to God, bro.
Come on.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool, you know? Bro, the guy's smoking a blunt like the size of my arm, bro.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Okay?
Yeah.
And he goes, here, cuz. Like, he hands it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so what the fuck do I do here? Do I take it? And like, or do I not take it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you know my show's done. I'll take a puff.
Of course.
Bro, I literally took 2 puffs of that fucking joint, bro. In like 30 seconds, I couldn't breathe.
Holy fuck.
I go to LT. I'm like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I go to Snoop. I'm bro, pleasure to meet you, bro. So nice meeting you. I get off the bus. I go to my manager. I'm like, bro, take me home. Don't let anybody talk to me. Don't let anybody see me. Just fucking take me home.
Jeez.
After that day, I never smoked weed again.
Fam.
And then I'm at the MMVA after party.
Okay.
And I'm standing on the couch, and Snoop's in front of me.
Yeah.
Like literally like standing in front of me, and he's smoking a fucking blunt. He puts his arm up like this to pass it to me, bro. I grab his arm and I push it back down. I'm like, bro, not tonight,
again,
bro. That's not
happening.
happening. I'm having way too much fun for that shit to happen to me right now. And that was it.
So you just had a bad experience here. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to have a bad experience, smoke with Snoop, no?
Yeah. But there's no way that was just weed, bro. There's no way.
No, this guy's on some next shit.
Like that was some like shit. I smoked a lot of weed, bro. Like a lot of weed.
Yeah.
For
and
sure.
That was just like next level.
I could imagine, bro.
Yeah, I was fucked. I'm like, never again.
Shit, we gotta get Snoop on here. Smoke one. I'll get fried, bro.
No, I'm actually curious. Like, who would be? And I like to ask this to like artists. Who would be like the? like the person, like maybe it's more than one person that you met who you were like almost starstruck by? Is there anybody for you?
Yeah, I would have said NSYNC straight up. NSYNC and Backstreet
Yeah, but
Boys.
I never met them.
Oh, you never met them? Fuck.
I met Nick from Backstreet Boys.
Yo,
Yeah.
but like Akon, bro.
Yeah, Akon was cool.
Like that's huge.
But he was
bro.
like a regular person, bro. He didn't act
He's
like
just
he-
chill,
Yeah.
right?
Like I partied with him, I drank with him. Like it was not like I was like, oh, fucking Akon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Was there anybody though where you're like, okay, holy shit, like, yeah, I'm about to meet this person, this guy, this girl, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or even just like somebody like, yo, I never would have thought that my life would have taken me here to be in the same room with this person.
Maybe
you know?
Rihanna.
Damn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
Oh my
huge.
gosh, she's bro.
That's
I love
She's
her.
huge. Yeah, yeah. Was she cool?
She was cool as fuck.
Yeah. She's probably smoking some weed
Yeah.
too, for sure.
No, I don't know. She was. It was after like it was the MMVAs,
Okay.
like behind the backstage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just said, "What's up?" Give her a hug. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I fainted.
Yeah. Later on when she leaves, yeah, leave first. I gotta leave. That's unreal, bro.
Yeah.
I
I got
know
to
you
meet
also.
cool people,
I know
man.
you also got the award for the video.
Video of the
Canadian
year.
pop. I think it was the Canadian pop video of the year. MMVAs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was dope, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I'll tell you the story about the guy when he told me he was gonna shoot that video. He's like, okay. He's like, you know what? He's like, I have a vision. He's like, I'm gonna turn you into a robot. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
He goes, I'm gonna put you together like you're a robot. I'm like, it doesn't make sense what you're saying to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
He goes, we're gonna shoot this video. I'm like, okay, cool. I get to the fucking video set. He's like, lay on that table. Like the table that I'm laying on in the beginning of the video is just
Yeah.
a fucking table that
Yeah.
lights up.
Yeah.
I end up shooting the video. The whole thing's green screen. He sends me the first cut of the video, bro. I was like, how the fuck did you do that? Bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my videos were like top
Yeah, top
notch
end, yeah,
videos,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
There were
yeah.
no
You had
video
the
that I
backing,
put-
yeah.
there was no video that I put out that was shit.
Yeah.
And then I saw that video. I'm like, yo, that shit is fucking huge, bro. Like you
Yeah.
made me a fucking robot, bro. You
Yeah.
weren't lying to me.
Yeah.
And the Portuguese guy, bro, his name was Mike Portuguese.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, that's sick.
Mike Portuguese.
That's his name, Mike Portuguese. That's his real name. Yeah, bro.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what he got.
That's amazing.
We gotta meet this guy.
That's
Yeah, and then he did that video for me, and then he did Take Me Away from Me, and it was just like I was blown away
Yeah.
by his work.
Was that like a big moment for you winning that award?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've won 3 of those.
Yeah.
Fair.
You were killing the videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the first year of the 2009 MMVAs, I was most nominated, but with Nickelback tied for 5
And they were
nominations.
killing it.
And
That
they were killing it.
Yeah, they
So
were huge. They were
smashing.
huge.
There was
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and them together that were the highest nominated
Wow,
people. Yeah,
dude.
and I came in on a bike, a Ducati, with like 4 girls behind me on bikes.
Stop.
It was gangster.
Superstar, bro.
And I won Best Entrance Award too.
What was the?
They had an
That's
award for
amazing.
that?
Yeah, I went on Much Music the next day, and they're like, "We have an award for you." I'm like, "Yeah, I got
take
another
it.
one.
Yeah,
I'll take it."
put on the fucking
What
shelf.
was the best? What was your best track? What was your most notable track in terms of like numbers and
Hit Me
and all
Up.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would be Private Dancer.
You know what? Fantasy was bigger.
Fantasy was
Fantasy,
huge too.
bro. Yeah,
It
Fantasy
was
was fucking
huge, bro.
massive. That was
I
massive.
still people hit me up on Instagram all the time. Yo, Fantasy's a banger. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that shit's like fucking
It's-
20 years old.
It still is though. Those tracks,
Yeah.
those tracks bump,
bang,
bro.
they
Those
bang.
tracks. I'm curious. Like, I think you mentioned it quickly, like with your brother and that whole story at the MMVAs, whatever. Was there ever any like friendly or brotherly competition between you guys? Because technically you're in the same field of work, and I mean like. I would imagine because if my sister was doing the same thing
I would've
I'm
been in
doing,
it.
I would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
like just more
Let's
of like
go.
like a competition thing, like a battle. Let's see who can do this.
Or
you know
was
what I
it
mean?
more like collaborative?
There was no collaborative.
That's
There.
to say, I don't think I've ever understood
No.
a collaboration like a track or anything. But
I have a track with
You
my
have one
brother.
track, yeah.
Yeah?
One
Yeah.
track, right? Yeah.
To be honest, bro, I was never in it for that. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it because he was doing it.
yeah,
I wouldn't say there was, unless he felt there was competition.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I think he said the same thing.
No,
He
I
said-
think his answer was exactly the same.
Yeah.
That he never felt that there was like a
I know.
competition thing. But I'm just curious because like I'm
Because
like,
the thing
dope.
is, when he stopped, I went.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Like
true.
he went
Yeah.
away, and then I just
yeah,
and
you-
that was
and
it.
you
Like I took
off.
over his spot,
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
and there was no one else doing it when I was doing
Of course.
it. Like
Yeah.
fucking George Nazuka.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah,
was
like
the only
one
guy
track,
that I had.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only competition,
And
I guess, from the city.
he fucking stiffed me one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking cocksucker.
No, it's okay. We'll get him.
Yeah.
So do you have a plan moving forward for music?
To be honest, bro, I love making music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do an EP,
Dope.
maybe
Cool.
6-7 songs.
You're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about some remixes too? How
Yeah,
about that?
I want to do a remake to Private Dancer.
So sick.
Yeah, such
Yeah.
a legendary track,
Yeah,
bro.
it's good.
Do you
People
still
love
ever
that.
chat with those guys? Like
I talked to Manny.
from CP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, fuck. Obviously, like, I could imagine those guys are busy with like the fucking
No,
weekend,
they're
right?
in
Like
another world right now.
Yeah.
Oh, from when you first
For
when you
sure.
first touched base with them, for sure, bro.
Yeah. Like they're in a whole new fucking planet.
I'm actually, I actually want to ask you about Drake. I'm a huge fucking Drake fan. I'm
I
like a
love
Drake
Drake. I
groupie,
love
bro.
Drake.
You're saying he's at your
He came to my fantasy video.
yeah,
shoot.
your fantasy.
Yeah. And then I had a party at the Soho penthouse.
Okay.
Jeez.
Like I rented out the penthouse.
Yeah.
And then the weekend was there.
Yeah.
He was there.
Like
It was a fucking party, bro.
That's
It was-
crazy.
and then you know what? The weekend's like, yo, just can I stay in this room? Like, can I keep it? And then Sal's like, yo, let him keep it. I'm like, take it yours, bro.
yeah.
And the girl I was with was so pissed. Bro.
That's crazy. What were those guys like though? Like what was the aura of being with those guys before they were like who they were? Was it like a very like, yo, Danny,
were, like,
I
on their
appreciate
way, I
you?
think.
Yeah, it was like a family oriented thing, bro.
Yeah.
They were very like respectful and
Yeah.
bro, they made me who I am today.
Yeah.
Straight up. Without
Fair.
them, I wouldn't have been where I was.
Yeah. But without you though, I think
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true,
it goes
that's
both ways,
I think what they saw was that I did it on my own, and they appreciated the work that I put into
course.
getting
Yeah.
there. Because they're like, holy fuck, this kid did this all by himself. And like,
course.
what's going on here?
They probably look at that and they're like, yo, this guy's trying to win with or without us. He
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Either
We
way, I
help
was
him or
gonna
not.
win. Bro,
Exactly.
I had it in my head that no matter what, it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was gonna happen. I don't know when it was gonna happen, but
Yeah.
it was gonna fucking happen.
But that's so important that you do that. You weren't tying yourself to saying, bro, like I need a label, or bro, I need this, or
no,
bro,
I didn't need anything.
That's
what
I
I'm
had
saying,
money. I
which
was
is
touring
huge.
Germany. I was making all kinds of fucking money. I could have paid for everything myself.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
But it's better to have something like that behind you when you don't have to do it.
Of
Well, of
course,
Because
course,
there's so
of
many
course.
things in that industry that I don't know
Yeah,
that helped having
Yeah.
them do everything for me.
yeah.
You know?
Was it like a cutthroat industry for you being at that point?
There's a
like
lot of
with-
shady
with
shit.
labels and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
A lot of shit.
You always hear about that in the music
But
industry.
you know what?
like-
They were good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have like a? I know you're saying that you did a lot on your own. Did you have anyone with you helping you on the
No.
way up? No one, eh?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So when did you
That's crazy.
when did you say, okay, like, bro, I need, like, did you ever have a team around you?
No.
No, eh?
Just my one producer friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I-
Because you look at it and you see people and you're like, bro, this person must have like 10, 20 people behind the scenes working
Yeah,
to
the
make
worst
this
part is that people see me and they're like, "Oh, you got famous because your brother." Like
Yeah.
you don't know
Yeah,
what the fuck
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
My brother had nothing to do with what I
Yeah.
did.
Those were also
yeah.
like, it's like you said, it was almost two separate careers. It's
Yeah.
not like he brought you on stage and was like, hey, it's my little brother.
Yeah,
He's-
no,
Well,
he-
as you
know what I
mentioned too,
mean?
there
Like-
wasn't too much collaboration. If there was a whole album with you two
Yeah,
at the
no.
beginning, okay, you could talk shit maybe, right?
Yeah,
but
it
like
was nothing like that.
you're doing things on your own,
But,
right?
but one thing I want to say, and I think I said to your brother too, and I said to Carl, I said to pretty much everybody, like from an artist perspective, like I don't think you guys understand how important you were for the city in terms of music, and I feel like a lot of the times you guys don't get the respect, or not that you don't get the respect, like that, like no one makes it public to be like, yo, Danny Fernandes put the city on, Carl will put the city on, you know, whatever. Everyone just looks and says like, oh, it was Drake, it was Drake, it was Drake.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, yes, he helped take it to like
because our new
another
generation
level.
sees that. Our new
Yeah.
generation.
Yeah,
Bro,
for
kids
sure.
that are fucking like 25, 24, they don't
Yeah.
know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
They
thing
know who
is-
Drake is.
The thing is, okay, like I'm 25. Everybody my age knows you though.
Yeah.
But I know what you're
It's
saying.
right
There's-
after your
It's right after
generation.
my
It's right after
generation where it
yours.
was like, yeah, that's true.
Bro,
they
But,
became
I'm
the TikTok
fucking
babies.
11 years older than you, bro. So
Yeah,
when
bro,
I was
you look
like you're
popping, you were like
25 though.
6.
well, you want to know how you want to know how I knew you though early was because I used to dance at Danceology.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So there you go. So I was gonna say
Oh,
this to
you
your
were a dancer,
brother,
bro?
Bro,
So I'm
the
saying, but
huge dancer, man. I was a huge
Wow.
dancer.
What's the
So
move then, bro?
Yo,
What do you
listen, turn the
say?
camera. I said, listen, turn the camera. So that's how I knew you and your brother like before this shit. Like I was actually dancing at Danceology. Like
That's crazy.
when your brother was doing his shit. I think you would always be there too.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of knew like.
Fuck.
Yeah, even
of
for
it.
even for me.
Crazy world, small world.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
28. I'm 28 years old, and like my generation was watching you on Much Music, was watching you on BET,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
downloading you on LimeWire. You know what I mean?
Asshole.
Like,
Yeah, I wasn't paying for
I
the
had no,
tracks.
I had no
Fucker.
cash, bro. Or else I would have. But yo, but like I think like those are like memories like for people our age and our generation that are like, yo, like I used to have to download that shit on LimeWire. Or yo, to listen to this track, I used to have to watch the music video and like.
Yeah.
It brings memories back, and like I remember that more than like let's say a new artist from today. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'll remember that more
Bro, there's
always.
people coming out, I don't even know who they are.
No, for
I
sure.
hear
You
songs,
can't
I'm
keep
like,
up.
Who the fuck is that?
How the
It
fuck are
sucks.
you gonna keep up, bro?
Well, I think that's also why it's like I want to say it's important, but like it's important for you like guys like you to come back and like drop some more records, remix some old stuff you did because like it's
I'm like,
almost
yo,
it's
bitch, you forgot about me?
no,
Yeah.
but
Like,
it's almost like a history lesson
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
music in the city. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? Like again, like dude, you went out and did that in a time where who the fuck was Toronto?
Nowhere.
Like who? Like you know what I mean? Where were we in the music
It was
industry?
it was a
Nowhere.
complete like even the type of music was much more memorable. Like I can bump a track from 2012, 2013 and respect it. You know, like now I feel like music is so trendy. You're like gonna bump it for like 3 months and you're like, all right, I'm done with that. What's a new track now, right? But like, you guys made some timeless art, bro.
some
You know what I
big
mean? Like, well, I'll bump that shit right now, bro. I'm fucking curious. You know what I mean? Like, I'll snap.
So before you came, this guy was bumping the tracks.
Yo,
on the
snappy, bro.
laptop,
But yo,
bro.
it's memory lane. But like, not only that, you have to remember that even today, like with the marketing and online world that there is now, like, yo, if you had that shit when you were popping off at that exact moment, bro.
Yeah, I think it'd be a different.
If you had
a different
Instagram, TikTok,
situation.
all this shit, bro, it's crazy.
Ooh, we got a
We got a
bee in
friend.
here.
He wants you, bro.
Yeah, he can fuck himself.
I got a question, but before we ask you our famous question,
Yes.
I want to ask you one question. How was fame at a young age, and how was that with your family? Like, how did they deal with that?
That's a good
Because
question,
like,
bro.
obviously, you're coming from a Portuguese family. You know, we're Italian. We kind of understand
He's
that's the same.
Italian.
Half Italian. There you go. So you understand the, yeah, exactly. You know, it's that European, like, it's like work hard, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like old school mentality.
Yeah, hard head.
How was that for your family seeing you do what you did at such a young age?
I think more they cared about the tattoos, to be honest. I don't think
Fair,
Classic,
yeah, same,
classic.
yeah.
I mean, my immediate family, like my parents and like my aunts and like on my mom's and my dad's side, they're all cool.
Yeah.
But like it was the people like past that who got fucking weird.
Yeah, fair.
Like they treated me differently because of the situation, and
Yeah.
I just tried to stay away from those people.
Yeah.
Like your family, I didn't change. I'm the same person I was.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
totally-
tattoos
why
doesn't
you acting
change
fucking weird? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like, why
yeah.
are you being a fucking weirdo?
That's the thing. A lot of
Yeah.
people, it's
Yeah.
hard for them to understand. But cool, yeah. I mean, like, I guess as long as you kind of get that support from like your immediate family, then
Yeah.
it's kind of you're good. But listen, we're the MBH podcast, bro. Money buys happiness.
Yeah.
What do you think of the term, bro? What do you think of that saying? What's your thoughts on it,
I
bro?
think money buys happiness to a certain extent.
Okay.
I mean, fuck. I mean, money makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know, I think it makes
Same.
everyone happy.
Yeah.
Same.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like I think like I would rather have more love than money, because money only goes so far. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can spend, I spend money so much, like so fast.
Mhm.
Like it's like, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
There's no memory to that. It's just like, okay, I bought that shit, and then in 2 months I'm not gonna give a fuck about it.
Yeah. It's just another thing.
It's just another thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that you just. But like
It's true.
relationships and like loyalty and like love. That's just
Yeah.
the shit that matters. to
Money
me.
can't buy that stuff.
Money can't buy that shit.
Yeah,
Like money
it's
can
true.
buy you a watch, but it can't buy you time.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom.
Jeez. Jeez.
You know what I mean?
You hear that, dude?
Get it tatted.
Put that in
bro.
the next track. You know, put that in the next track, bro.
Let's go. No, it's true. Yeah, we always say the same thing. It's what
Yeah.
you do with it, right? That
Yeah.
kind of decides, how it affects you. But yeah, man, like relationships is a big thing. Love, and it doesn't buy that stuff.
I'm sure
right?
having kids too
Yeah.
put that in perspective for
Oh, yeah,
you
big
too.
time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Kids are expensive, bro.
You need to get,
You need to have a lot of money to have kids, bro.
make sure you can take care of them. Yeah. No. Listen, man, it's been a fucking pleasure, bro. It's we appreciate you being open and honest about
Yeah.
a lot of the experiences you went through and stuff. I know a lot of people, like, we asked some questions. I don't know. Do you have any questions?
I have a bunch, but I tried to ask as many. I mean, you covered a lot, but let me see if we got some bangers
Yeah. See if
here.
we got anything there that we didn't ask before.
Some bangers.
You know, like
I
what's
need
your
a fucking dart.
what's your what's your favorite song that you released and why? I think you answered that. I think you said
No, I didn't. You never said that.
No. Yeah.
No. What's your
okay,
favorite
which
song?
one?
I need you.
I need you. That was
That's the
recent,
latest
very
one, yeah.
recent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very personal.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's the shout out to?
My daughter, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna link that in. We're gonna link that in. We're gonna link that in.
Aside from vocals, what's the most important element of your music?
Ooh.
Besides from vocals?
Yeah.
Well, the fucking instrumental.
The beat. Yeah.
The fucking beat.
There's gotta be something.
What's that instrument?
The cowbell.
Yeah. Okay. How about like in terms of the way you give the experience out? Maybe when you're performing, maybe is that something that's really important for you to get your message across when you're?
I mean, you gotta put on a good show, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people enjoy it.
Okay.
Is there like I know, like we have some friends who are artists, whether they're big or small, they kind of have their own like way of like writing, and when they're in the studio they have their own like habits and things got to be a certain way. I was talking to one of my buddies who's friends with a producer who just got flown out to go record Young Thug's new album, And he said in the studio is all white. There is no other color but white in the studio. And every person in the studio has to wear all white. That's Young Thug.
insane.
That was
That's
Young
weird.
Thug's like.
That's insane.
Listen, that's his thing. It's fucking weird,
That's
but like
insane.
wait, everyone's got their thing.
No,
Like,
I'm sorry,
Is
that's
there
crazy.
anything for you that like you gotta make sure that your studio setting is certain?
Tequila.
Yeah, boom.
For sure.
Shout out Casamigos. Let's go.
Casamigos, shout out Casamigos.
And Red Bull.
And Red Bull.
And Red
Red
Bull.
Bull for sure.
Big
Yeah.
shout out to Red Bull.
Big
Yeah.
fucking huge shout out to Red Bull. Like a biggest shout out to Red Bull.
Do you like to be alone? You like people around? You like people?
I mean, it depends.
Depends on
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah.
probably.
The vibe. Yeah.
And depends who I'm working with. Like if like the engineer says that he doesn't want people, then there's no people.
Yeah, fair.
I have a
But
great,
he's usually cool with that shit.
Yeah.
I have another banger here. Would you have taken some of the risks you did without your family's support?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
family
he
didn't support
did.
me through anything, bro.
There you go.
I made the decisions on my
He
own.
did it, and then they were like, okay.
Yeah, and
cool.
then once it happened, they were like, "Okay, how the fuck you do it?" And then
Yeah.
2, okay, good for you.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to meet your younger self, what advice would you give them? I think we asked this, but we can ask again.
My younger self. You're
Your
saying
younger
old?
Hey, bro, you started at 17. It's
Yeah.
pretty young.
If you could meet your 17-year-old self. Yeah. That's crazy, eh?
That's a good question.
I know.
Probably fucking stay away from the drug shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that shit fucked me up for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good advice.
And there's a
bro.
lot of people out there that now, like younger than I was.
Oh, even younger than you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even younger than me now. I'm saying younger than I was when I
At
started.
that point, yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's
are
what I'm
doing
saying.
that
Going
shit.
through it,
14,
yeah,
15.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up, bro. I'm not one to talk, but
We
still,
got
that's
one. Who do you prefer, Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Jeez. Straight to the point.
Yeah, that
Quick.
was, that was an easy one.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah, we
We
pretty
asked
much
other
went
ones.
through. Good. We'll get it off because, bro, people ask so many questions. But
They get
yeah,
excited.
man, listen, bro, it's been a fucking pleasure. We appreciate, like I said, being so open and honest with everything. Like,
Yeah, man.
it's, people listen to this podcast and take certain things from it, whether they're experiencing, whether they know someone experiencing it, right? So, we appreciate you being, again, very open, with everything that happened. I know you're gonna be in the studio releasing an EP soon, whatever your plans are.
We're gonna come
when,
check
when
you.
that does happen, we're gonna come check
whenever
you.
you want,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
We're gonna come
Whenever
check you,
want.
and when that does happen, we'll bring you back, talk about what the fuck's going on,
Yeah,
what's happening. But yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. I think this will be out probably when? I don't know, a week or two.
Bro, probably 2 weeks, but yo,
Yeah.
you know where to find this guy online.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
nothing, bro.
If anyone wants to find you, where are they gonna find you online?
On Instagram, Mr. Danny Fernandes.
That's
Yeah.
it. Don't
I
look
need,
on
to do, I
TikTok,
need to do
bro.
a plug for my clothing line, bro.
Plug it
Let's
in.
go,
Plug.
So I have a clothing line, a collaboration with the guys from Unavailable.
Yep.
Yes.
Nick and Larry.
Legends.
Great guys.
Yeah.
And the line is called Unwasted.
Love that.
Because the whole story
Of
of,
course.
being wasted for so long and not
Yeah.
knowing what it's feeling like to be normal
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
And like now I'm unwasted and
Yeah.
now I'm like, let's fucking get it.
So you're releasing a line with them.
Yeah.
When
Cool.
can we expect that?
The production starts Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Beauty. So
Okay,
by the time we
right
release
on.
this, it's out.
Yeah.
You,
yeah.
y'all need to
I'll
go
make sure
cop
you
that
guys
shit.
get it. I'll get you guys
Yeah,
a
yeah,
tracks
hook
there.
us up.
Yeah, we'll
Hey,
drop the
make
link
sure
though.
we
We'll
take
drop the
care
link
of,
though for
bro.
people too to go check it out. Congrats on the line though, bro. That's dope.
Congrats.
Looks
We'll
comfy
plug
as
it
fuck.
in too. We'll plug it into the episode. But yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yep.
And on that note, Dean.
We motherfucking out.